I've been kind of playing like this deck recently. I kind of like refined it a little bit. I'm trying something a little bit different. It's been actually kind of working out well. I have the technicians now. I added another dragon, Chromagus. Having a little bit of trouble against the control where not having enough value in my deck, I guess. And like sometimes against priests, maybe this will help. Adding in another dragon, maybe technician is better. I put in a juggler just because it has a lot of value with implosion. It almost makes me want to go back to game with the juggler, but I still think technician is probably a little bit better. I'm kind of missing some taunts, but because I don't have Senjin or Sludge Belcher, but I got to add in like a Ooze and a Dullness. Back down to one Void Walker. Kind of like how it is right now. I'm gonna just go for it. I also have Sylvanas, right, instead of Siphon Soul. I had Siphon Soul, but I figure Sylvanas Shadow Flame is another way I can deal with Ysera again. I was losing a lot to Ysera, and probably it's better overall. If you Shadow Flame, Air Drake is a 5 damage. Yeah, it is 5.
Your soul shall be mine.
Think it's just Argent Horse Rider. You can use it with some buffs like Cold Blood and Blessing of Might or Kings really well, and I could see just any aggro. By aggro, I mean like face decks just wanting to use it over Wolf Rider.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
It's kind of fast deck. Looks like these two cards will be key, Implosion and Hellfire. I might have to save my coin for them. I can either Science this now. It kind of makes sense because you can't play Kings until turn 4, and I can Hellfire next turn and Implosion turn after. I kind of like that. If he had a coin, I would probably not, just because if he does have... Like, this guy's actually really good later on after Blessing of Kings. But it would be awkward because it has Divine Shield, so... Okay, so he's just giving up board control for the draw. How many cards did he get? Glad I didn't tap there, that would be kind of weird. Now I don't have to Hellfire anymore. I'm in kind of good shape even though he drew a lot, just because I haven't taken much damage. It's like he has more cards than me just because they're on favor. It's like only even, and I have initiative. I kind of have board control. It would have been much better if I rolled higher, but it's like kind of close for having board control.
Reporting for duty.
I want to clear the board so it's hard for me to use the buffs for him, like Blessing and Kings and Might. Not that I can clear his board next turn, but there are better weapons for Ooze, and saving the Hellfire. So like say Ooze and then Mortal Coil, one of the guys, he still has a decent amount left. I'm kind of worried about it not going so well for me. Ooh, okay, I need to get lucky here. If I get this ping, it's huge. Because now I have board control. Like now there's no more King's target, or Blessing on Might target. Consecrate.
Reporting for duty.
I can use Blackwing on turn 8 with the 5 drop. I'm gonna go ahead and Corrupt her for the same reason. It clears the board over the Azure Drake. I think most of his guys are 1 health anyways, or 2 health.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
So I am at 8 now. I can play both in 1 turn. I'm not sure if I care about hiding the dragon, like playing the technician first. I might even just draw first. Especially with Mortal Coil. Looking for like any heal bots and taunt givers like Argus, but I didn't want to tap. I don't want to take damage, and also I don't want to give him more cards from potential Divine Favor. This has to be a turn or I get something. Oh, nice. Probably my last turn that I could have gotten something if I still want to win the game.
Not on my watch.
Could see this just being a Shadow Flame turn.
Reporting for duty.
My work is paramount. Leave me alone.
I've got the beast in my sights.
Running a program.
There's actually Consecrates coming up soon, I think, but still not really wanting to life tap.
Shields off. Red alert.
2 bananas.
Reporting for duty.
Is that lethal for me? Let's see, this is 10, 17. Let's go and draw from here.
My work is paramount. Leave me alone.
How safe should I play this? Is there any way I can just win next turn? So let's say I trade everything off. I actually lose a minion trading for the 4-2. How long will it take for me to kill him at that point? I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually, wait, I can trade off. Because I can keep my guy alive. That will give me lethal. I forgot about my second banana. Without the second banana, I would have had to not do that, probably.
The victory is
Nah, I have 19 still. It wasn't super likely I died leaving up one of his minions, but it's still nice. It's not impossible for me to die leaving up a minion. If you start counting things like Leroy 5 or 6 damage, leaving up a minion's 2 damage, 8 damage, plus like a Blessing of Might or something.
soul shall be mine.
Okay, so in this matchup I'm looking for Implosion, Dark Bomb. Been losing a lot of mech shaman last night I streamed. Because I wasn't valuing the Dark Bomb enough to this matchup. First time Legends soon, hopefully.
Greetings, friend.
I greet you.
This card, tech card, has actually been surprisingly like amazing. The Knife Juggler with this deck, late game Knife Juggler Implosions, because you tap a lot with this deck. Hopefully gets the 1/1 guy. I'm still in play Knife Juggler.
Put this apple on your head.
As you command.
Shaman doesn't do well playing from behind. If he has to single target everything down, it's not that good for him. So there's a mech deck. He ganks my guy next turn. I don't think I Implosion here.
Hey, catch!
Just because it doesn't do anything. Like, yeah, I get a lot of face damage. Oh. Okay, that was not right. For some reason, 6-5. 6-5. How am I gonna deal with this? I think it's gonna be an Implosion and just go face. I don't think I'm gonna trade just because if like trading here doesn't make any sense if there's no Lightning Storm in this deck. He pretty much has to make the trade himself, or else I can use an imp here. My plan is something like Blood Mage Implosion next turn with leaving up this spell power. I think my Drake isn't likely to die unless he smashes Fel Reaver into it. I guess like a Dark Bomb Implosion too might be better than Blood Mage Implosion. I don't want to just Implosion this turn with coin. Alright, I need to clear this board now. Okay, so he did smash his guy in, which is decent for me. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to take a risk, just because if I Blood Mage double Dark Bomb, I'd still leave this at 1. I want to get an Implosion down this turn. It's gonna be kind of risky, I feel. It's like, what, 3 to 5? I mean, he did smash my face last turn, so... Oh.
I can fix anything.
11 cards. Can I mill him out this turn? Okay, I can Shadow Flame for what, 2 damage here?
More souls.
And then you do 3 here, 1 there. I can clear this board. First I'm gonna coin Dark Bomb.
More souls.
Let's actually draw here as well. Okay, hopefully he can't kill me. He did so much damage because I rolled the Implosion low, but... Really depends what he has left, because he's super all-in. That's his... he's gonna Rockbiter my imp, so that I can't trade like this. That does 6 damage. If it works. It's risky though. If I pick up a removal, it probably doesn't have enough damage to kill me anymore. Since he's super all-in, I'm just gonna Drake to try to draw into Moral Coil or Soulfire even. So what are the chances? Okay, so I mean, say he doesn't have any damage here. Say his last card is Rockbiter weapon. I'm dead anyways, so I need to tap. But say it's like some kind of random damage, like 3 damage. If I tap to 10, he has 6. Crackle will kill me if I tap. What's the chances? I have 3 outs, 2 more coils and a Soulfire, which is 3 out of 15, 1/5, 20% chance.
So many possibilities.
Crackle kills me this way. Rockbiter is 1 card out of 30. Wait, what is
Well played.
Sorry, that kills me. Okay, I'm not gonna tap. I wonder if it's actually a spare part. Did he get a spare part this game?
I wonder.
Yeah, Fel Reaver, you can't see opponent's cards anymore, so... Okay, that... Whoa, I'm alive? Guys, he lost. He can't deal the last damage.
I have no time for games.
Well played.
Oh, but tap would have saved me too, because my first card was Mortal Coil. So, either way, I would have won. Ooh, Legend. I had no idea this was a Legend game. Finally hit it. That's like the hardest Legend climb ever. Oh yeah, you know what I thought of?
Versus Jaina.
If he held his he messed up majorly. He actually had a decent chance of winning the game, like 25% maybe even, because he can kill me if you roll Spell Power Totem, right? So you roll a totem, and if you don't get Spell Power Totem, there's no reason to get me to 1. Like, it's actually, not only do, like, if he gets me to 1, I know he has 0 cards, so I win. Otherwise, he has, like, 1 more turn before he dies, maybe 2 more turns to roll Spell Power and Lava Burst, unless I draw a heal. But I can't tap either. Well, I mean, if I do, like, I have to make the decision. If I tap, I would die too, to the Lava Burst. Wow, perfect hand, actually. I was, like, thinking, what do I want against Mage? And the question, like, the answer was Blackwing and Dark Bomb. Like, I was, like, keeping Twilight Drake. I was, like, a little bit greedy on it, but... Because without a coin, you can't skip your 3-drop. I really wanted the Technician, and I really want Dark Bomb against Mana Worm or Sorcerer Apprentice.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
It's like actually the 2 best cards I could have gotten.
My work is paramount. Leave me alone.
The end is
Okay, this is Freeze Mage. Is it worth it to do anything here? I can't get much tempo. Like, if I'm to Soulfire this down, Implosion is pretty risky. Not that it's great late game, but I get a tap in. That's only, what, 33% chance? Is it worth it to take the 33% chance? Because it's not that relevant later, honestly, either. And it's so good if it works. So it's either Implosion or tap, but there's no other play that makes any sense. I'm just throwing it out the window at this point.
Almost out of time.
I kind of just went for the tap because it's actually pretty relevant still to tap into my Malygos and Emperor. I think Malygos actually has a lot of implications. Frost Mage can't kill Malygos, so if you just play Malygos, even without any cards, you can like Moral Coil stuff down. You can just stick it, so you can just Dark Bomb next turn. You can also kill Doomsayers with Malygos. Since once you get Malygos down, Doomsayer becomes a dead card, like things like that. You can like Implosion for 10.
Let the pain speak to me.
I messed up that Archon League last turn, stealing Doomsayer, or not stealing Doomsayer. I just didn't think of a move. It was clearly better for me to steal the Archmage and not the Silence Doomsayer. Ended up not really mattering, but...
I wield the power.
That was a pretty tense Paladin match. My Paladin stats is actually insane in the league. I went like 6-1 in the Archon League with Paladin, and Paladin's considered one of the weaker classes. I won like presumably like so many weak matchups, like 2-0 against Freeze Mage. I think like 1-0 or 2 against Patron as well.
Let the pain speak to me.
So he has 8 cards, right? If I can deal 1 damage to this twice, or just once, and kill it, I could overdraw him, but I don't think it's possible. I guess it's just relying on me top decking the Mortal Coil, if I want to do that.
So many possibilities. Death to the pretender.
Job done.
He almost has too many cards anyways. Not that he can't like, still draw 2 cards next turn, because he can just ping. It's actually pretty hard. If he pings this, he goes to 10, then even if he plays a barrier or a block, it still might mess up the draw. So I just think it's better to go face. I think it does not enough damage to do 9 either in tap. I need to play the 6 Swamp Boost here. With Blood Mage, Implosion, Dark Ball, I can probably take out a Doomsayer too. So he has Suicide, this guy, he's kind of scared of overdrawing. It's much easier for me to do 1 damage this turn, probably. At least presumably it's easier.
Time runs out on me.
I am gonna need to kill that. Probably want to cycle as much as I can.
We hunger for vengeance.
That's nice. I guess I just decided Implosion here because if I can use Implosion on a minion as removal instead of, say, trading and playing like Argus, it's better just because Implosion can only target minions and there's not really minions in this match up. So I'd rather not take the creature trade. I get more face damage. Even if I roll Lug and trade in the Ooze instead of the Corruptor, still think it's better. And there's no way for me to push 2 minions out of Flame Strike range with Argus. If there was a way for me to push 2 minions, I might have gone for the Argus. How much damage is this? 1, 12. 12 damage total. I think I like this. It's not likely it dies. Me drawing 2 cards is still scary, just because, like, say I get like a antique heal bot or something, that's kind of like GG if I get that many heal bots from a Chromaggus. Fireball Ping doesn't kill this. I guess worst thing that can happen here is Blood Mage Fireball Ping, but at that point he seems pretty dead because he's leaving up the Twilight Drake for that move. So here I saw the opportunity to use Chromaggus without waiting for turn 10, just because I feel like Freeze Mage, I'm exploiting the deck a little bit. But I don't have a dragon. As weird as this is, with the Dark Bomb here, I went for it anyways. Because this wasn't guaranteed, and I actually need the mana, like to dump my hand.
My shield for Argus.
Not as good as a heal bot. I'm really trying to get a heal bot from Chromaggus. I put this over the Corruptor because Corruptor's 3 guaranteed damage late game, and also this pushes me out of Flame Strike range on the Twilight Drake. I guess that doesn't really matter, the Flame Strike potential, because he already uses Flame Strike.
You require my assistance?
Can I deal with this guy? Wow, I didn't get 1 heal bot. I mean, I didn't mill a card, it's just like, ideally I didn't have it perfectly. What if I lose my heal bot? Don't play it first? I don't think so.
I wield the power.
I don't think I can afford to play it first. Just because if I heal for 30 and then he just Alex Strazes me, I pretty much lose from there. Unless I get my second heal bot. Power Blast, okay. Oh, this is awkward how I'm full on board. 2 Dark Bombs. I'm gonna have to somehow squeeze in this heal bot this turn. 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22 damage. It's
Death to the pretender.
I don't think it's worth tapping on the off chance I draw the second heal bot, just because it's more about like not dying this turn. I'd rather not Hellfire, I'd rather Dark Bomb my guy. Hellfire deals 3 more face damage to me. He's already pretty all in with how he played, right? Just Power Blast. I know he has at least 1 Fireball from the Archmage. I might be desperate enough to tap next turn. Say like he Ice Block here and then just burns me low enough where I feel like I can die. I might be desperate enough to tap for the second heal bot. I have room, like I can play them somehow, probably. Kind of. No, I can definitely play them. Could suicide one of my guys. Crib, but that's like one Crave Archmage.
Well played.
Wow. Let me change the title. I'm missing Loathab in this matchup, but I don't think it's that good in other matchups. I don't think that's that bad of a matchup either.
You asked for it.
Your soul shall be mine.
can fix
Like in that matchup, I think it's really important to land Mally early. Okay, so it's Mech Mage. Implosion on turn 3 is almost a certainty.
Portals online.
Implosion is one way where I can just dominate this matchup. I got his Mech Warper before he got Valley from it. Okay, this is scary. Because there's another way he can dominate this matchup as well, which is basically to Blast Mage next turn. I don't really have a great option other than to go for it. It might be better actually for me to just Implosion a Spire Tank. Just because even if I roll a 3, like I technically waste the damage on Cogmaster. All the 1/1s trade off anyways. I have a Mortal Coil next turn. I'm gonna just, an off chance that he has Blast Mage and I roll a 4. If I did this, I'd probably like be super far behind still, whereas if I kill it, oh, there we go. That makes sense though. Like, it's like, because like I have a lot of ways to deal 1 damage after the end, even if you don't hit like for 4, it still makes sense. Just because eventually you can trade, presumably. No dragon.
My work is paramount. Leave me alone.
Why do you call?
I'm mostly playing towards anti-blast mage right now, clearing up the mech. Kinda wish this was a game boss right now. Savant's not going to be an answer to Fell River, it's too slow here. Or are going to be at 13 or 12 this turn.
Snakes. It has to be snakes.
the Brotherhood shall prevail.
He has 16, 20 damage, so I can't play that guy. My only option is actually to tap, and I don't really have an answer, unfortunately, though. I guess it's BJ Trowel, but even those don't seem to really be enough to save me. Is there any way I can cycle this Morcoal? I don't think so.
You win this time.